Hey, Team Esteem, Janie Mendoza here. So some of you guys know me and some of you guys don't know me. Some of you guys are fairly new into coaching, into our Team Esteem page. So I am going to be sharing with you guys some coaching success tips. I'm pretty excited about this because it's one of my very first calls with you guys. And I really just want to share what's working for me, what has really made me hit Success Club 10 since January of 2016. So this month here will be my 13th month hitting Success Club 10. So I just kind of want to go on and share with you guys a little bit of my background story and where I come from, a little bit about me, and then of course share my success tips with you guys, coaching tips. So I hope that you get a lot of value out of this video, and I'm going to try to make it quick and to the point, and I hope you guys get a lot from it. So here we go. Coaching success tips. How I got started with coaching in general, just really brief. I had gained the freshman 15 pounds that they call them, but mine was more like 30 pounds. I had always been fairly healthy in high school, never really worked out. I was the bench warmer in high school doing sports. I never wasn't strong enough to play basketball or volleyball. I was always very little, very small, very delicate, so they would always just put me on the bench and never really got to play sports. So towards my junior and senior year, I didn't even try out for the teams anymore and just kind of started focusing on my grades. I was a straight A student. I graduated third of my high school, my graduating class, and making good grades has always been a passion of mine. It's what I like to do, is make good grades. So fast forward to freshman 15, I'm going to get a degree first in nursing. I thought that's what I wanted to do. It was like nursing for sure. And come around, getting into nursing school, first semester nursing school, I decided that it's not for me. It's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. Be a nurse and be on my feet all, 10 hours a day, 12-hour shifts, crazy schedules. And I decided to do the next best thing without losing a lot of credit hours. It was a health science degree. At this point, I had been owning my own store for 6 years now, and so I knew a lot more of the business side than the nursing side of things. So it was just kind of going along and I figured I'd get a health science degree. So fast forward into graduating senior year, and 30 pounds overweight, unhealthy, no energy, kind of upset because I'm getting this health science degree, but I know in my head that I do not want to go sit at a nursing home or a hospital and push paperwork around and boss other people around and, tell them what to do and just sit in a cubbyhole, for 12 hours a day with a health science degree. I knew that my only options were something in the medical field, office related, as a health science degree. And so I was trying to push graduation as back as I could. I even thought of, I'll start the master's program. I just want to keep going to school. I don't want to, start my career yet, even though at this time I was owning my own clothing store. But the clothing store, my business, when I turned 18, I opened up a clothing store, was just to put me through school, through college. So I decided as soon as I graduated, in 2015, I took a 6-week trip to Scotland. I decided that I wanted to get away from everything and that when I got back from Scotland, I would figure it out. But right before I left to Scotland, I actually found my coach online on Instagram. Katie is my coach, and she was just a complete stranger. I happened to be following her, and I happened to see that she had gotten amazing results with Focus T25. So I went ahead and just went online, bought Focus T25 and Shakeology. I paid like $250. I mean, it was something crazy, something that at the time I couldn't even afford because I was going on this super expensive 6-week trip to Scotland. I had just graduated college, but I figured if I was going to spend the money on it, I was going to go all in and I was going to get results, even if I was on the other side of the world. And I figured fitness would be like my outlet, like my way to unstress and just focus on myself, because everything just seemed to be going the wrong way. And I had gone to college for 4 years, and instead of ending with a nursing degree, which I always thought I would, I ended up with a health science degree. So I was very unhappy, miserable, and of course all the weight that comes along with that. So I went to Scotland. I started the program in Scotland, Focus T25, and while I was over there, I lost 25 pounds in my first 2 months, and by my third month, because it's a 10-week program, I was ripped. I had never had a six-pack before in my life. I had never looked as healthy, as lean as I did in my third month, and I started telling everyone as soon as I got back. I started telling aunts, uncles. I got my mom on the same program, and my mom at the time was 40 years old. She's very young, and started the program with me again. And I didn't even know I was coaching. I was telling people, I was telling my aunts and uncles, go online and order it. That's where I went. Go online and order it on beachbody.com, because that's what I had done. At the end of my three-month results, I actually sent my before and after picture to Katie, who was a complete stranger on Instagram. It took her a few days to respond to me, and I was, sweating. My nerves were crazy. I'm like thinking, man, this girl's going to think I'm a weirdo sending her my before and after pictures. But it really inspired Katie, to start coaching and then get me to coach with her, and just basically told me, you're already coaching, so why don't you do it? And I said, okay, if I'm going to go into coaching, I'm going to give it 110%, because I normally quit everything I do, but I hadn't quit my fitness up until then. And I figured, you know what, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to give it everything I got, and I'm going to give it a year. I'm going to give it a full year, and here I am a year later. I started coaching. I think I ordered my DVDs in about July, right before I went to Scotland. Came back from Scotland about September, and that's when I started coaching. So September of 2015 was my very first month that I started coaching. I hit Success Club my first month. When you sign up your sister and your mom, you're going to hit Success Club, and one other person. And October came pretty easy for me. I, signed up a few friends, and it started getting harder in November and December. I don't remember hitting Success Club. And come December, I was really desperate in a way, because I'm like, what? Like, here I am hitting Success Club, but now I'm not hitting Success Club. And if they're telling us we have to hit Success Club, then we have to hit Success Club. So Megan had a challenge at the time. It was called 100 No's. And I didn't realize that I was the only one that, out of all of her coaches in the network and under Megan, I was the only one that had completed the sheet of signing up 100 emails with names, 100 no's. I was the only one who had completed it and turned it in. And really, I just wanted to hit Success Club. If Megan was telling me, come January, you follow up with those 100 no's from December, if you follow up with them, you're going to hit Success Club. And I did. And so come January, I started hitting Success Club and doing it all over again. So I have a few things to share with you guys. But if you don't know already a little bit about me, I'm 23 years young. My birthday is in February. I will be turning 24, of course. I do have a fear of getting older. I should probably Google that, because I think that is a thing. That is a real thing. As long as I remember being 15 or 16, and all of my high school friends would say, I can't wait to turn 18, so we can go to the clubs and so we can party. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't want to turn 18. Like, you're just growing older and older and older. And to me, it's like every year I want to be successful, and I'm afraid of failing. So I want to make sure that every time I turn, a year older, I am accomplishing something. So I don't like birthdays. I don't like getting old. Of course, I've been a clothing store owner for 6 years now. April will be my 6th year in business. It is the hardest SHIT I've ever had to freaking do, and probably I'll ever have to do. I mean, owning your own business is hard. Every day I stand between, do I do it? Do I not? Do I close? Do I keep opening my store? Can I do it? Can I not do it? Every day is a different experience. Every day is a freaking journey in both my businesses, coaching and my clothing store. And so it's hard. It's very hard. I remember opening my clothing store 18 years old, and I would get people all the time telling me, you aren't going to make it. You aren't going to make it past your first year or past your second year. And here I am 6 years later, and it's paid my way through school. It's paid my sister's way through school. She's a mechanical engineering major at the same university, and she's in her 3rd year, and my brother is a freshman this year, and it's paying for his school too. Pays for the bills at home, and it does the job, for 6 years. It's definitely hard, but what I noticed with coaching is, a lot of times you think this is a get-rich-quick scheme, and it's not. It's going to take years of you doing the same thing over and over again, and the only reason I know that is because I do the same exact things, almost like vital behaviors, but for the clothing store. Every day I have to post on social media. Every day I have to buy clothing to resell. Every day I have to price clothing. Every day I have to put out clothing. Every day I have to clean the store. Every day there's things that, what we call our vital behaviors in coaching, that I have to do for the clothing store as well. And it's taken me 6 years to build a solid foundation to where I can take off and go on vacation and do certain things and make enough money where at one point it's paying for 3 college tuitions. 3. And so, that would be like a set of like 3 parents or something, each paying for their kids' college. And I was paying for mine. I was taking master's courses in Scotland, paying for my sister, and paying for my brother education. So it's been rough, not easy. Every day we get, curveballs thrown at us, but it's how I paid through college. So paid my way through college with this clothing store. I am a college grad. I have my bachelor's in health science, of course. I've already let you guys know that part. And I did start my master's while I was in Scotland because I just love school. You may think I'm crazy, but I love learning. I think the more you learn, the more you earn. I've always said that, and then I think it's actually a saying, so I thought I had coined the phrase. Like I said, I have fear of failure. I just can't stand being a failure, especially not at a young age or old age. And I think it's very important to mention that I am the oldest child. I think I've kind of, let you guys know that part, but I am the oldest child, so a lot of times we grow up with a lot of responsibilities. So yeah, my story, and where I started and where I got my discipline at the young age of, for the longest time, for as long as I can remember, I was maybe 8 or 10 years old. My mom's always worked 2 jobs. We've had a stepdad, in and out, a stepdad. We've never, basically my mom was only parent most of the time. Yes, we had our stepdad here and there, but most of the time my mom raised 3 kids alone. And so she worked 2 jobs, but showed us how to make a living. Really, a lot of times we were like, man, this is so unfair. We were broke, poor, maybe. I remember my mom saying that we used to make $15,000 a year. And we would do it all, from making homecoming mums to sell during homecoming season, to making tamales. Till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, we would make tamales weekly, and we would sell them to the restaurants in our small town, to, our favorite every year. Oh, cascarones, the eggshells, the confetti eggs. There we go. From buying eggshells from restaurants, filling them up with confetti, sealing them, painting them. My mom had us working, and but what we thought, okay, this lady has us working, and she's just making us work. But really, she was teaching us that money doesn't grow on trees. She was showing us discipline, and showing us that sometimes people are going to say no. We would go around selling tamales to businesses, even, during their lunch break and stuff, and a lot of people would tell us no. But no became like a part of our vocabulary that was normal. Like, okay, no, move on to the next person. So when you hear no in coaching, I don't get scared. I'm like, okay, it's just part of life. Just keep going, go for no's. No's are yeses. And so we did have a really kind of rough upbringing. Living off $15,000 a year, working 2 jobs, raising 3 kids, it's hard to now, be making plenty to where we can pay all the bills and pay for 3 college tuitions at the same time. And live comfortably. So we are making plenty of money now as a family business, but I've learned to earn my money. It was never given to me. And you just have to do what you have to do. But I just want you guys to know from this is that you have to work. You have to work to earn your money. Nothing will be handed to you. You can't just sit there and watch TV all day and expect it, to rain money. It's not. You're going to have to sacrifice TV time, sacrifice going on dates, sacrifice going out to be able to live a lifestyle where you will be able to watch TV all day long if you want to, and enjoy other things like vacation and stuff. So the nitty gritty, how to hit Success Club here we go. I hope you guys learned a few things from me. I hope you ask any questions that you may have as well. The main thing is you have to work. Nothing is going to be handed to you. Your upline's not going to work for you. They're just there to mentor you. A lot of times I get frustrated because I can see the potential in my coaches and they just are not getting it. So you have to work. Of course, you have to do your vital behaviors. You have to invite to a challenge group. Lately, I change up my scripts all the time. I sometimes, depending what's working for me, what season we're in, if it's the holidays or if it's spring break or back to school, I change up my scripts all the time. So here is one of my current scripts that I'm using this week. Hey Sarah, hope you're having an amazing morning. I wanted to personally invite you to my exclusive health and fitness group. My goal is for 2017 to be the year you learn to love yourself from the inside out while reaching each and every one of your personal goals. We can all make improvements with our health and habits, right? This group will help you combine fitness, nutrition, support, and most importantly, a positive mindset. Let me know if you're interested and I can send you more details. So it ranges. I try to reach out to people early in the morning. I feel like that has more of an effect. I used to do it after work between 8 and 9 p.m. and I don't get as many responses as people that are either getting ready to go to work in the morning or at work, or the first thing they do when they get to work is they check their messages. So I do message people early in the morning. It's the very first thing I do. I do message 20 to 30 people a day. You've heard me say this before in one of my other videos. It's just what I do. I normally do it Monday through Friday. I don't do it every day because then I use Saturday and Sunday to catch up with messages and to follow up with people. You should be following up with people every single day because you should have like a cycle going. So I started using Google Streak about 2 months ago, I believe in about November, and I love it. It's definitely a game changer. I wish somebody would have told me about Google Streak sooner. It's a way to organize your contacts for free. It's a part of like a Google free thing, so just Google Streak. And it'll pop up. And so hopefully if you have a Google email, you can use that. If not, create one for free and use it for all of your coaching contacts, or even if you don't use an email, but you can use Streak on Google through your email system. It's very easy. There's a lot of YouTube videos. I did YouTube how to use Streak, and there's a lot of Beachbody coaches too that use it. And so I've been able to put all of my contacts in there. I used to do it through Excel, but the really cool thing about Streak is it basically tells you when you need to follow up with them next. It tells you like how many days they've been in Streak, and you put them by categories and you move them along as you go, as you follow up with them 1 time, 2 times, and then until you get the cell in there. So it's pretty cool. Google Streak, I love it. Like I said, I started going for 100 no's in December of 2016, and I've done it ever since then. December 2015, and I've done it ever since then. So for the last 12 months, I've hit Success Club 10 by going for 100 no's and following up the next month. So, for example, if you go for 100 no's in the month of January, that list of 100 no's, emails, and names, that's the list that you're going to use in February to follow up with them. You go through that 100 list of people and follow up with them, and you will hit Success Club. I guarantee it. So, a day in the life. So you guys realize that my life is not easy. It's the exact opposite. It's chaotic. I don't have kids, and I cannot imagine what it would be like with kids, trying to juggle my clothing store, at one point, clothing store and going to school. But here it is, a day in the life. I wake up at 7 a.m. normally, and that's when I invite 20 to 30 people Monday through Friday from 7 to 8 a.m. It's like my power hour. I work out at 9 a.m. because it gives me more energy to tackle my day. I do have long days. Normally around 10 a.m. after I shower, I am on my way to work. I live about 40 minutes away from my job. And so then my store is open every day from 11 to 8 p.m. So I'm there every day, 11 to 8. During my lunch break, if I get one, normally I am running around with my head cut off. So for example, today I happen to have 2 families that came in looking specifically for me to help them find banquet dresses, favorite dance dresses, Valentine dresses. And it gets a little crazy with 2 families, and sometimes I get 3 or 4, and I'm running around everywhere trying to find these teenagers' dresses. And if you know teenagers, they are hard. But I do have my customers that have been looking for me since for years now. So sometimes they happen to come in at the same time, and I'm running around. So sometimes I don't get a lunch break. So that's why Shakeology is very important for me. It's the first thing I drink in the morning, or I have for breakfast. And during restroom breaks, I sneak in and try to check in with my challengers because, of course, we all post at different times. So every time I go to the restroom, I check in on you guys. And I'm home usually by 9-ish, sometimes later, depending if we had to steam clothes, price clothes, and put it out for sale. And then I also eat dinner and shower as soon as I get home. And I answer emails on follow-up. It's usually normally while I do what I do, but at the same time, I'm listening to personal development. And a lot of times when I'm on the way to work, I'm also listening to personal development unless I'm having to concentrate really hard on like my social media posts for the day or something. But I normally listen to personal development. Right now, I am listening to personal development. Let's see here. I like to do a lot of the podcasts, and I have 4 of them, I believe. I have the Goal Digger podcast. It's awesome. This girl does a lot of webinar training on how to build your email list, which is very important as the next project that I'm working on. The Tony Robbins podcast, Your Virtual Upline podcast. I had told Katie about this one a while back, and I think she must have forgot about it, but she heard someone else tell her, and so she downloaded it, and she's like in love. So Your Virtual Upline podcast, this guy is a genius, really, really smart guy. I also have the Team Beachbody Coach podcast. So if you missed those national wake-up calls, you can catch them on the Team Beachbody Coach podcast. I have the Shalene Show, and I have Build Your Tribe that shows you how to do more social media, business networking stuff. So I have about 6 or 7 of them, but those are my favorite. I literally catch all the episodes on there, and then when I'm caught up with them, I look for a different podcast. And it can be anything really, like how to be happy, how to live stress-free, how to get more sleep podcasts, just different. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, Google it on the little podcast search bar and find yourself a podcast that works for you. I also stay up really late, usually working on projects, watching webinars. I've been signing up for a few courses, and so I watch webinars. I do a lot of YouTube since day one when I first started coaching. YouTube, I'm watching the top coaches in the business, usually YouTube anything that has to do with Beachbody coaches, and then go in and pick and choose what I want to watch. But it's normally top coaches like Christina Delgado. I just happen to really connect with her a lot. I like her and her sister Becky, and Anita Myron. She's one of my favorites. So Anita Myron's probably the first one that I started watching when I first started. I love her. If you haven't YouTubed her, watch her. But just always learn. It's just a mindset of always learning. I mean, if you want to earn more, if you want to learn, you learn more. I even told my boyfriend, I said, hey, you need to pick up a personal development book, or you need to listen to a podcast. And he goes, what do you mean? What is this personal development stuff? And I said, you're going to get addicted to it. I said, I just can't really, keep moving on if you're not learning. And always, you don't have to be in school to be learning. You just have to have a podcast or some type of personal development to help you be a better person, be a better human being, you know, boyfriend, son, brother. So I told him last week, I said, you need to get yourself a book or listen to a podcast, anything, you know, how to be happy, how to be less stressed, how to manage your time. I was like, because we are all moving forward and I need you to move forward with me. So I got him on the personal development track as well. So some of my non-negotiables is posting to social media 3 to 5 times a day. I don't think that people realize, or my coaches realize, how important it is to not miss a day of posting to social media. I may be dead, sick, in my bed, but I'm still posting to social media, even if it's a picture of me dying, sick in my bed, which I've done before, and I get a lot of comments on those, and I look disgusting. Sometimes Time Hop on Facebook tends to remind me of those, and I'm like, ooh, why did you post that? But I post it 3 to 5 times a day. I now that I'm about a year into coaching, I get really clever with my posts. I try to come up with different valuable posts where you can add value to people's life, where lately all I hear in these webinars that I'm taking, training that I'm doing, is you need to add value through live video, through your posts, through just regular Facebook video, but adding value to people's life, even something so simple as, you know, anything simple that you're like, oh, everyone should know how to do this. Not everyone knows it, and if you can just add one little thing to somebody's life, you'll make a big difference. But posting to social media 3 to 5 times a day really makes a difference. I started noticing that when I did it for like 3 months straight, people were coming to me asking me about health and fitness and how to get started. So 3 to 5 times a day makes a difference. Sometimes I'm like posting 8 times a day. So the more the better. You think you're annoying people, but you're not. People that are for you, your customers, you're not going to be annoying them. So my other non-negotiable now for me personally is to hit Success Club 10 every single month, since I have for an entire year. I do not plan on losing it. Eventually, I mean, honestly, my goal is, you know, Success Club 20. So I'm working on that, and I hope to keep growing in that. Personal development, I am addicted to it. I used to think, why would I want to listen to personal development? I'm very smart, but obviously I'm not. So personal development feeds my brain, gives me good stuff to think about, and keeps my hopes up when I am down. So I also invite to my challenge groups, and I gave you guys a challenge group invite, and I also invite into the business opportunity. And I have a good little business script, actually, since I just invited for the sneak peek into Thrive. You guys need to take advantage of those sneak peeks into Thrive. Man, they're doing miracles. I have 2 potential coaches coming right up, so they are awesome. Let's see here. I have one for the coaching opportunity. Hi, Samantha. I've been meaning to tell you that I absolutely love all of your posts. Very inspiring. Have you ever thought about paying it forward and becoming an online coach to help others? Usually, if they're already into fitness, I say something along the lines of your fitness journey is very inspiring. But if they're not into fitness and I just feel like they would be a really good coach, I just say that your posts are very inspiring. You would be part of an amazing growing team, and you can take your fitness level up another notch. It's a great way to have personal accountability, help others get started in achieving their health and fitness goals while also becoming financially fit. If you are interested in learning more, just let me know, and always know that if you're not interested, I completely understand. There was just something in my heart to reach out to you. You are amazing, and I know you have the ability to change so many lives for the better. So towards the end, I normally just give them a way out, like, hey, listen, if this isn't for you, no big deal, no biggie. I was just, letting you know about this business opportunity. So that is one of my scripts for business, inviting into the business coaching opportunity. I change them up. I kind of go through the person's profile and I kind of pick and choose what I want to say, but that's normally along the line, so you kind of get an idea. And Shakeology, I've been a 365er. I should be getting my company minute now. And my workouts. I feel like in October-ish, I started slacking. Of course, I had to change my store to a bigger location in October, and then I had some medical issues, and of course the holidays. So I am back on track. My workouts are non-negotiable, and always learning. I've just always loved school and love learning, and through webinars, through YouTube, through trainings. Of course, you have to attend Summit. You have to just get the full-blown experience of being with 25,000 other coaches that are all thinking the same way you do, that you all have something in common. And the Platinum Edge is a little more personal, so I love that one too, especially getting away for a few days and just focusing on your business. And last but not least, belief in yourself, because your mindset is a powerful thing. It controls everything. And if you think about it and you write it down and you see it every day, if you write this goal down and you believe in yourself, you're going to accomplish great things. I don't know if you guys have ever thought of something and really wanted it, and then you end up having it later on in life. It's the same way. Your mindset controls everything. You need to believe in yourself because you can do this. It's not rocket science. It really isn't. Coaching is actually 100 times easier than running a brick and mortar store where you have overhead costs, employees, theft. I deal with theft all the time. Craziness, just pure craziness, mind-blowing stuff, owning your own business. Then with coaching is a breeze. So that's actually one of my goals. I'm hoping this year, I know deep in my heart that I'll be able to either sell my store, pass down my store this year, but this year is the year that I focus full on coaching, hopefully by leaving my store in good hands, selling it or passing it down. I haven't thought of that part yet, but I know 2017 is the year that I move on and I part from the store. So I know that you guys can do this as well. If you sacrifice a little now for a better lifestyle in the future, it's all going to be worth it. A little bit of TV time. Ask me if I watch TV. I do not. I do not. I am up till 2 a.m. doing coaching stuff, working on my power hour, biting, and doing all of the good vital behaviors. But you guys can ask me if I watch TV. Katie knows that I do not watch TV. We don't even have cable at our home. So if you're a little mind blown there, TV just kills your brain cells. My mom always said, those actors and actresses that you're watching on these soap operas or, Netflix shows or whatever, they have already been paid to be on TV, but you are not getting paid to watch TV. So one day I will be getting paid to watch TV, and I'll be watching all the TV that I missed these last 23 years. If not now, when? You guys, you have one life to live, one life. You want to leave a legacy for your kids, for your grandkids. You just want it to be your best life. What do you want people to remember you by, Just sacrifice a little now to have a bigger return in the future. That's all I can say. Make it a goal to be here a year from now. It's always my goal. Be here a year from now and reassess once that year comes. So set goals, believe in yourself, and work hard. Nothing is handed to you, and we can do this. If you guys need to reach out to me for anything at all, please let me know. I am here to help you, and I hope you guys have an amazing day, and thank you for listening to my story and my success tips. Thank you guys for watching.